What's up, weirdo? Shadetree Surgeon here on the mail order glide. Once again, Shay Lisi over here on a very crash barless Sportster 1200, but we're working on that. The problem ended up being we need to get motor mounts that weren't made for forward controls for it. Are they? Is it feeling really low? Yeah, well, I'll just ride the bike around real quick. Yeah, no. It's if it was something, it would be something like, it might be in the brakes or something. What was the sound? What did it sound like? I'm not hearing anything. Did you hear it again when you came across this turn, or was it just the one turn?
Once, maybe it's nothing.
Oh, I wonder if it was the clutch leaking on the ground that I saw. What I'm worried about is if it's actively leaking, you come to go to a stop, you pull the clutch in, and it doesn't disengage. You tried, okay? And don't worry, your Pacific Coast is at the shop. I'll see you up there. All right, after some minor Hurley problems, old Merton Riggs didn't expect Murtaugh to give us the problem. It might just be that Magura hydraulic clutch. I'm not a big fan of hydraulic clutches myself. I don't even like the one on the Goldwing. I prefer a cable clutch, but I really wanted that to work for Shay Lisi because she's got small hands, so it was really helping out. It was a really easy pull, but we might just have to find a different option. Oh, mackerel. Got some gators, some fucking highway gators in the road. I think we found our highway gator culprit. Okay, back on track, or at least back on track for me. My plan today is to make good on at least some of all the lies I told in the previous video. I lied about working on my Goldwing. I said I was going to do it, and I didn't. We lied about putting the crash bar on Shay Lisi's bike. That's probably not happening today either. And also, I don't know, there's probably another lie in there anyway. I love my tall tales, okay? But I'm really the raspberry buffet, okay? We gotta get it off the lift, because once the raspberry buffet is off the lift, the FXR is going on it, and we're starting on that project.
All right, y'all, up here at the shop, picking up a project that you previously left in pieces is always a little bit stressful. And I know this probably even looks stressful right here, but using this cart to organize everything and keep all my nuts and bolts separate instead of just kind of placing them strategically around the lift from where they came out is really making me feel a lot more confident about jumping back into this. So I removed the rear drive, I removed the rear wheel. As you previously knew on this GL 1200, the Raspberry Buffet, I was experiencing a clunking sound in the rear end, and I couldn't really tell where it was coming from. The actual rear splines that go to the wheel, which are a lot of times the culprit, were greased very well, but the final drive, the drive shaft itself, where that meets up to the final drive, was dry as a bone. So I think that's going to be my culprit. Hopefully, anyway. There's only one way to find out, and that's to grease everything and put it back together. Since I already have it apart, there's really no reason for me not to also change the final drive oil and also not to clean off the splines, even though they've got plenty of grease on them. Just clean them and re-grease them anyway. I got it off, I might as well do it. It would be absolutely ridiculously stupid not to. And yeah, I'm usually pretty ridiculously stupid, but I'm gonna go ahead and not be stupid this time.
The old hot dog pan still coming in clutch. Ooh, I don't know if I like the look of that. And there was also not very much in there, it seems like. Just let that really drain there. Judging from that right now, I might actually take it apart and have a look at the ring and pinion in there. It looks like it might have had water in it. I'm not sure. There's very little oil in there, but you can see the brown stuff. And usually that color denotes that some water had been in there. So I might actually have worn ring and pinion gears. I might have to get an entire new final drive. Right, well, I'm waiting for that to go ahead and drain. I'm going to pull this rear brake rotor off, not because I need to do anything with the rotor, but these same bolts are what hold the drive assembly inside the wheel. And I can clean just the outside, but in order to really clean it and lube it properly with the Molly, you have to frickin' take this off and remove the whole thing. It's always so weird working on an old Honda instead of an old Harley because everything just comes apart so much easier. Remember that goes there. Let's not forget about that. So supposedly this should just pull right out, and it does. Hey, wow, look at that. Again, I say like, oh, this is what you have to do, but I've never done this before. I'm just following instructions off the internet like any other dipshit. I actually bought a parts washer, but everyone says just brake clean is just fine.
Let's go ahead and clean the one up in here. Really don't like the look of this brown liquid. Really doesn't fill me full of confidence. Not trying to frickin' sit here and put a polish on this thing, but it doesn't make any sense to not at least clean every part of it if I'm at it. Well, once again, duty calls. I was finally getting on a roll in the raspberry buffet, but as with most things, when you run a small business, you are always on call. So I literally have to clean the grease out from underneath my fingernails, or at least most of it, and head into dirty shame to bartend for a little bit. So once again, I have to be a liar and leave the raspberry buffet unfinished. Now, I know people give me a lot of flack. They're just always like, why aren't all your projects finished? Why does everything take so long? I'm currently showing you why as I actively try to fix this motorcycle.
Let me tell you, heading into bartend while I'm just sweaty and greasy from working on an old Gold Wing is not what I would choose to do. This is why that my projects take me so long. Everyone's like, why isn't the FXR done? Why isn't this done? Why isn't that done? I'm like, look guys, today was the only day until next week that I had to work on the Gold Wing. And I just got called in to work at the bar, so I'm not going to be able to work on the Gold Wing anymore today. And when I say maybe next week, it's because I still don't know what's going to happen next week. Like, maybe I can have one day next week where I can dedicate working on the Gold Wing, but I'm not even sure if that's possible. People are always like, when are you at Brapstar Garage? Like, dude, sometimes I don't go there for like 3 weeks because I have a life, I run a small business, I do a lot of stuff, man. I mean, running a bar is a full-time job. And as evidenced by today, when I was trying to get some stuff done on the Gold Wing, something I do want to do, I got to go bartend instead. I've gotten that comment sometimes too, where they'll be like, well, you and Shay like film the same thing. Some variety would be nice, I think is exactly how it went down. I'm like, man, you got to understand, dude, this isn't a TV show. I'm not the TV. Okay? I'm just filming what I'm doing. Like, you're watching it. I film what I do because I'm so busy. I don't film anything besides what I'm doing. So you're watching me go to work right now. You could be like, hey, I wish you would work on this. I'm like, I actually would rather be working on that too. I'd rather be working on the FXR, my Triumph Chopper, or the Gold Wing right now, but you're watching me film myself go to bartend because that's what I'm doing. And trust me, I get it. The disconnect is easy. I don't even get that mad when people say something like that or think that, you know what, you're just doing this because you're lazy, or you're not doing something because you're lazy, or I want this content you're not doing. Like, I don't even get that mad because, trust me, in between that computer screen or that TV, there's a big disconnect there between like viewing who's on it as a real human being. So I really don't judge people that harshly when they say stuff like that. I just gotta like reassure you, like, hey man, I'm just filming my life, mistakes and all right? As per usual, exit 45B, a total freaking nightmare. I tell you, there is one thing that makes me real nervous, and that's coming to a complete stop on the highway on a motorcycle. And so I don't care. You can be as mad as you want. I skip this shit, dude. I go straight to the front. Be mad. I really don't fucking give a shit. You know why? I've been rear-ended on a motorcycle before, and if I can make never getting rear-ended happen again, I'm really gonna try, because that was not a pleasant experience. Got rear-ended on a motorcycle, went over the hood, into the lady's windshield. Like, obviously I was okay. I got messed up a little bit, but nothing super lasting besides my already damaged sciatic nerve, which was made much worse. Fell off of this hood, off the windshield, and the lady gets out of her Range Rover, walks over to me, and looks down at me and says, scroll as it says, she screeches, "Why did you stop?" I was at a stoplight. I was so flabbergasted at the moment, having just been rear-ended without seeing it, having just been rear-ended at a stoplight, then being asked why I was stopped. A very confusing moment, to be sure. Let me tell you, you get rear-ended once on a motorcycle, I have never stopped checking my rearview mirrors ever since, and keeping to the side and all those things you do that if somebody's going to come rear-end you, you can either get out of the way if you see it real fast or mitigate some of the damages by not being in between them and another car. All right. Well, I shouldn't bitch too much. There are much worse jobs to have besides bartending, you know? I just really wasn't planning on doing it today, all right?
All right, now to remember where I was. Leaving a project half finished and just leaving it suddenly like that, it happens to all of us. I'm sure it's happened to you guys watching this right now, and it's always kind of a pain in the nuts because now I'm just like, all right, let me figure out where exactly I was. So I definitely greased with Molly. I greased the wheel, the final drive splines on the wheel. I just need to grease the final drive splines on the final drive itself and the drive shaft splines. And then I'm gonna go ahead and try my best. There's a lot of moving parts here to hold together. I'm gonna try my best to reinstall the rear wheel. Being really generous with this stuff because hopefully it doesn't have to come off again for a very long time. Now this was a part in here, this was dry as a bone. Hoping that this is where the clunk was coming from because it was so dry. I tried to go ahead and put the tire on there first, and I'm going to grab the final drive and try and stick it on there and line it up to the rear drive shaft at the same time. I have no idea if this is going to work. I'm probably about to jump on the struggle bus right now. I was right about being on the struggle bus. Go ahead and put these on here finger tight just so the rear final drive doesn't fall off while I'm manipulating everything. And we'll see if this will work. Although there's somebody in the comments, probably somebody in the comments right now just absolutely cringing at the way I'm doing this. As per usual, would not be a Shadetree surgeon video if there wasn't a real mechanic in the comments right now going, oh my god, you're doing everything wrong.
Reunited, baby! The Milquetoast Pacific Coast to Coast does not disappoint. The thing never fails to run. In a world of loud, obnoxious Harley Davidsons, let me tell you something right now. The meek shall inherit the earth. As we both ride away on the Hondas, never failing. Of course, I didn't get near as much done as I wanted to on the Raspberry Buffet, but holy crap, man. I've been a little bit under the weather, and just being in the heat of the garage was taking it out of me. I was sweating bullets and starting to feel really, really sick to my stomach out there. So me and Shay Lisi decided to call it quits until the sun goes down and head back home, stay in the cool AC, and maybe work a little bit more on the Raspberry Buffet once the sun's down and it becomes a bearable temperature back there. Even the old swamp wizard can get defeated when it's almost 100 degrees out with 100% humidity inside a metal building with no ventilation. But here we are, side by side, dad ventures. Once again, can't keep a good pair of dad jeans down, baby. As they say, every Harley Davidson rider should have at least one Honda in his garage too, just in case.
What's up, weirdo? Shadetree Surgeon here, out here in the woods with Shay Lisi, mother of frogs, queen of the Florida men, hanging out, riding two strokes again. She's got the KX100, I've got the XCW300, and we have made the best time ever getting out here, where it's before noon.
It's 12:15.
It's afternoon, but still, we're getting better and better and better about when we got out here. It's 82 degrees, almost everything went right today. I only messed up one thing, which was the air filter. And then we were about halfway out here, and I got a call saying that David from Forgotten Angels, him and Shelby, are on a cross-country motorcycle ride. His motorcycle got stolen and then crashed in a police chase from a rest stop.
Instantly, by the way.
Yeah, just outside of Pensacola. He was still in Florida. So, yeah, definitely a Florida man thing to do. Luckily, unluckily, whatever it is, he's fine. Don't know about the guy who stole it. Hopefully that guy's not fine.
No, please fine too.
Yeah, we turned around. We were about to run back, get the trailer, go pick him up. But I guess he's going to buy another motorcycle and continue his journey. That sounds like something I would do. So Hell yeah, dude, I dig that. Anyway, more on that later. Let's get to dirt bikes. All right, out at Croom, like 12:30, and we're getting going. We're doing better, we're doing better. So today we're gonna be working on a lot more core skills for Shay Lisi, which is kind of a weird thing because I don't feel like I know a whole lot about dirt biking myself, but I do know like basic stuff, body position, balance, how to de-weight the pegs, and just like kind of just like the basic beginner stuff I'm pretty familiar with. The other weird thing about teaching basics is since Shay Lisi's so new to dirt biking, I'm not really going to try to fill her head full of too much stuff right now because really what she needs is seat time. At the end of the day, you can have all the instruction you want, but there's just really no replacement for straight up seat time on the dirt bike. Even me, I'm like sitting here trying to do some of the balance exercises that I used to do all the time, and I'm even going like, man, my balance has really suffered as well. Not to mention that like getting used to this clake again with the handbrake, the rear brake up here connected to the clutch is definitely, I was used to it before, but definitely a little bit of a relearning experience on that one for me right now. I know B-Rad always preaches just practicing static balance. That's mean bike not even running, just standing still and practicing your static balance on a motorcycle. I'm not going to do that today. I want to do some riding today, all right? I'm not trying to win any races today on a Tuesday out at Croom. I'm just trying to have some fun and get Shay Lisi a little more seat time. All right, you got to pick the right line around that mud. Something you got to learn. I mean, you can go splashing right through the middle, but that's usually a recipe for disaster. Ask me how I know. You can do it right through. Go on, get it. You got it. Hell yeah. Not the line I would have picked, but that's all. Oh, as I stall my bike, not the line I would have picked. Like you know anything, Josh. Good job. Not that that's very hard terrain, but you know, just kind of stepping up the technicality of what she drives her bike through, or rides her bike through little by little. Not trying to take her off anything that's going to scare her. Of course, this isn't hard going through these little canyons like this, but it can be a little intimidating, that's for sure. Stuff on either side of you. Handled it just fine. Why am I surprised? What a tough girl. Alright, let's go back. Fall over in that sand. Ah, I'm about to fall over too. See, I fall over too. You got it. This one's a little scarier. You're doing great so far. Here, let me fix your goggles. They're like almost about to come down off your helmet. That was a little sandy, but you know what? She's got to practice it. I believe in you, Shay. You can do it. Keep them revs up. Yeah. Come on. Keep that rear tire spinning. You got it. Hell yeah. Take it a little easier now, okay? It's like making her go through like technical sections, sandy sections. Let's build a little bit of that fun back. The frustration meter's getting filled. Let's balance it out with a little bit of flow. Oh, God. I did not mean to do that. I'm so sorry. This is a fun one you learn too, is like, so you can do the one where you slide. You can also do the one where you just like bunny hop it around to change direction. Hell yeah, look at her go. It may not look like anything on camera, but if you've never done anything like that before on a motorcycle, it's scary. So I just didn't want you to just send it off of this. Sorry, I can turn you around if you don't want to go down this. Just remember to use your rear brake as you go down. Oh no, I wouldn't make you do that. Oh, you were just about to send it all the way down there? Hell yeah, tough girl. I dig your style. Well, I believe in you. You can do it. More gas. You got it. Here, hold up. I'm coming. But I'm going to show you how to do that. So what you want to do is you're going to turn and try to, since you can kind of get your boot over here, lean the bike over. Now turn. Now lean. There you go. Good job. So that's something you always like when you need to take a tight turn, instead of turning the handlebars, just lean the whole bike over and you can use your foot to support yourself. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That was awesome. Good job. Let's do that again. That was great. Good job. Yes. Proud. All right, I don't hear a bike. I'm going back. Did you get hurt or did you find a cool flower? Were you nervous or were you like, I got this? Both. Good. That's the right way to be. That's called confidence. Oh.
I don't know why I have confidence though.
Got it? There you go. What you got? You ain't going over. I got you. Oh, I'm going over. It's like the Three Stooges up in this motherfucker. Good job. That's a scary hill. I mean, it's not that scary, but you know, when you're new, it's scary. This is Spider City in here. Be careful, Shadetree. Got it, girl. Yep. There she goes. All right. Go ahead. Yeah, I'll follow you. Get him, girl. Standing up and everything. Oh, I'm proud of you. Oh my God, look at her go. Standing up through the whoops, baby. Atta girl. If she takes anything out of today, just this exercise and the practice she's getting standing up. Oh, there you go. Hit a root. A little off camber. A little off camber again. That's all right. Roots happen. That's all right. Woo! I got a spider. Get it off. Get it off. It's on me. Where is it? It's on me. Did you get it?
Oh my God, it's so big.
Where is it?
It's on the ground.
Got one.
It's a big spider.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my God, can you hold the bike up for me? I'm freaking out.
Why, about the spider? He's coming for you, Shay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm scared of spiders.
Okay. But when it's close to your face,
My heart rate's going, you're yelling.
when it's close to your face, it is kind of scary. I'm not going to lie. That is look at my finger next to him. That's a big guy. Hey, good run. All right, let's just get this big guy back in a tree to scare other dirt bikers. You live to scare again. Go, there's leaves. There you go. There you go.
What a fucking big spider.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, they get bigger than this. They love to be right at head height on a dirt bike, so you run right into them. You get used to it. It happens all the time. There he goes. All right, he's back. I just wanted to get like the shot of him actually like crawling on it. Oh, I got him again. Although it does suck when you have your helmet on because you can't look down and see where it is. Oh, yeah, there's another big one right by your head. I'm kidding. Well, Shay Lisi survived Her very first spider incident out at Croom. Can't wait till she gets one on her. Excellent. You did it!
Great job.
Okay, we're back in the shop. It's a little bit cooler outside, just a little bit. And although Shay's disassociating, not cheese balls this time, but Crunchians, she's moved on. This is the adult way to disassociate, okay? Only 260 calories per bag.
They're made out of lentils.
Regardless, I got very frustrated with the Goldwing the other night. I still have to try to get the drive shaft and the final drive back in that thing. Luckily, I got Drew here to help me with it. You all, everybody? Drive shaft?
Everybody.
Anybody? Drive shaft? No?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. Well, cool. You know, had number one hit. So before we get started on drive shafts, we're gonna work on chains. I'm gonna get Shay Lisi started on some chain maintenance on the KX. I'm gonna make her do the
chains, all right. I got
Oh,
chains.
baby. They call her 2 chains, but she got a few on.
2 shays.
Okay, well, in the process of teaching Shay Lisi how to maintain her dirt bike, what I taught her is how to tear an air filter. But it's good because the fact that I pulled this off to clean it and it tore like that means it really needed to be replaced. Now, let's work on the Raspberry Buffet a little bit. So, I'm gonna try to stick this final drive in while Drew manipulates the U-joint. And hopefully I can actually get this to freaking line up. So far, it's proved fruitless.
Drew manipulates me all the time.
There we go. That's what I was looking for, baby. God. All right. Feel like it's in there?
Yeah, it does.
I'm teaching you the right way. She just goes like, aren't you going to do the same thing you did to my bike, to your bike? I'm like, no, I'm just going to do the shortcut.
You didn't do that to my bike.
She's, I'm just going to do this shortcut. She's like, what? I'm like, I'm teaching you the right way, okay? Anyway, big thanks to Drew who helped me get that tire on there. I'm going to go ahead and leave the Goldwing right now. I've had a very frustrating couple of days, not to mention the fact that there was 2 weeks in between it. I gotta take a step away from this bike. Sometimes you just gotta take a step away from a bike, and I'm definitely taking a step away from this one. I got the tire on there. I'm gonna count that one as a win. But before I go, for the first Harley in a very long time, I actually have to do some chain maintenance on the Pan America. As in the first Harley in a very, very long time that you actually have to do chain maintenance on. All right, well, I've never put this thing on the center stand before. Let's see how hard it is. There we go. All right, there you go. For anybody complaining about chain maintenance versus belt maintenance, total elapsed time to clean and lube the chain on a Pan America with a center stand is probably about 3 or 4 minutes. It really is not that big of a deal, I promise you. All right, y'all, this is gonna about do it for this video. I've still got a lot ahead of me with the Raspberry Buffet right now. Not everything is as easy as maintaining the chain on the Pan America. You know, they say shaft drive. They say shaft drive is supposed to be so much better than chain. No maintenance. Shaft drive is the bomb. Well, that shaft drive, it's like, yes, shaft drive I think is much less maintenance, but still that shaft drive just gave me one hell of a fight. And that, in this Florida heat and here in this metal box we have for a shop, when it's 95 degrees out with 100% humidity and you're just freaking melting away, let me tell you, that fight took the fight right out of me. So that's gonna about do it for this one. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate you guys bearing with me as I fumble my way through trying to make the Raspberry Buffet run again. It's taken me on thousands and thousands of miles worth of journey. It's put so many smiles on my face. It deserves to be back on the road and have everything working right on it. I'm gonna do it. It's just gonna take me a minute. And once that thing's off the lift, once the Raspberry Buffet is off the lift, it is time for the Vomit Comet, baby. But I want to finish the Raspberry Buffet first. It deserves it. Then it's time for that 113 and the FXR and for Barf Party to emerge once again, reborn as the Vomit Comet. Next up on the list. But first things first. Till next time, y'all, keep it weird.
Yeah.